My father had a painful bathroom fall that left a large raw abrasion on his arm. Just weeks later, my toddler took a tumble down the stairs, busting his chin and lip. In both those moments, I was a doctor, but more than that, I was a daughter and a mom. With no fancy dressings or antibiotics on hand, I turned to something simple yet powerful, a 2000-year-old remedy using just honey and ghee. The results were honestly remarkable. My son's face began healing within days. My dad's deep wound closed beautifully within a few days with no signs of infection or scarring. Two different generations, two different types of wounds, but both responded beautifully to this ancient healing method. Hi, I'm Dr. Sanober Doctor. I'm a board certified dermatologist practicing integrative and holistic dermatology. And when it came to this, I didn't just stop trying it as a home remedy, but I ran a pilot study on 15 patients. And in today's video, I'll show you why this age-old combination deserves a spot in your modern medicine cabinet. So let me tell you what happened. My father, on a lovely holiday, took a bad fall. He ended up with a large raw abrasion across his forearm. We were away from a hospital and all we had was a first aid kit, just a normal one that I prepare and take wherever we travel, some local honey, and a grocery store nearby. As a daughter, I panicked, but as a doctor, I improvised. I could have used a traditional antimicrobial cream, but I wanted to make sure the wound doesn't leave a scar, and I had also began trying this on a few of my patients and thought this could be a great way of helping my dad's wound. So besides the other things I did to take care of his wound, I asked if he was okay being my experimental guinea pig. Like most fathers who love and trust their kids blindly, he agreed to try my homemade dressing. Although I must admit, he was petrified with the thought of applying something that could possibly attract flies or even insects, because let's admit it, we were going to apply something incredibly tasty. Over the next few days, we dressed the wound with my combination, and the results: no infection, minimal pain, fast epithelialization, and a happy, scar minimal recovery. I'll show you the complete healing with all the photos in just a minute and teach you how to use this combination correctly. The second case that we are going to discuss today is that of my mischievous minion. Like all naughty toddlers, you really have to watch them all the time, but accidents are inevitable, and so my son fell face down a flight of stairs a few weeks ago. He cut his chin and lip, and so I decided to try the same combination with him. And as sporting as a toddler can get, he patiently allowed me to apply my dressing, and to be honest, I got to apply it barely once or twice a day, but still his wounds healed very well. Within just 5 days, there was dramatic improvement, and the best part is there was no need for any antibiotic creams or ointments. But in case you're skeptical, let me shed some more information. The use of honey and ghee for treating wounds isn't new. Ayurvedic literature has documented over the centuries the healing properties of ghee, both systemically as well as topically. Sushruta, in his surgical treatise, the Sushruta Samhita, postulated that the combination of honey, that's madhu, and ghee, that is grit, for wound healing would have the synergistic healing effect of each one. Fast forward to today, we now have randomized controlled trials backing honey's healing effects. And ghee, it is rich in vitamin A, D, and E. These are nutrients that nourish and protect the skin's barrier, and together they form a moist, antimicrobial, occlusive dressing that accelerates healing and prevents infection. In fact, I started studying this a few years ago. I conducted a pilot study to examine the healing benefits of honey and ghee. The ratio used was 2 parts honey and 1 part ghee, based on the classic Ayurvedic texts and modern rationale. Here's a direct quote from one of my findings. The gratifying results observed with the dressing prompted the establishment of its efficacy in a recalcitrant subset of chronically infected wounds. In simple words, it worked especially well on wounds that weren't responding to other treatments. I had described 2 detailed cases, one of a traumatic infected ulcer and one of a chronic venous ulcer. After just 3 sessions, both the ulcers showed a reduction in the foul smell as well as discharge, and the patients reported a significant improvement in their quality of life. Now, something in dermatology that I realized after getting into this specialty is we might not be really affecting a person's quantitative life in terms of, like, there are certain life-threatening conditions that we take care of as well, such as drug reactions, Steven Johnson syndrome, toxic epidermal necrolysis, pemphigus, and such other things. But what we really do in this field is improve the quality of life, and that is something very gratifying and satisfying in a different sense. We notice that epithelialization, that means the skin's regeneration, was rapid in the traumatic ulcer, with complete healing being observed within a period of 1 month. And this that I'm speaking about was a big wound, right?
So that's huge.
The results with venous ulcers were more modest, and this was because unless you correct the underlying vascular problem because of which the ulcer took place, the honey ghee combination can only do so much. Now let me show you my dad's recent wound healing journey. I actually started using this dressing on his wound a little late because we literally had no access to anything immediately, and right after this incident we had to travel for a long period of time. So as soon as we could, I made this mixture. This is the day after its use, day 4, day 7, and this is day 10. Can you believe it? We really did not apply anything else. I also wanted to show you the photograph of my patient's traumatic ulcer. That was the very first case that I had tried it on, and I am so grateful that he trusted my instinct and he trusted my guidance and he went ahead with it, and we saw beautiful recovery. And these are the photographs of my child's wound. They're small, but if you notice, they were over the face. So I was scared. I definitely did not want them to scar or leave him with a scar. But there are two things that I want you to keep in mind here, that when it comes to kids, their healing potential is way better than that of an adult. So that was one thing that I think was in favor, or that could have been a confounding factor in this case. But the other thing was the ease of application, especially for a child. I wasn't scared that I was putting something that could potentially be ingested or could have been toxic or poisonous for him, because I was even applying it over his lip, or if he would have touched his face and then accidentally ingested it. So that was one of the other advantages that I realized when I was using it. Now, why should this combination of honey and ghee work? What makes this combination so powerful is because honey contains hydrogen peroxide, which is an antimicrobial agent. It also helps maintain a moist wound environment. It helps reduce inflammation, and it also helps with tissue granulation. Now, in basic language, this actually means it helps in the formation of the new blood vessels, in the collagen cross-linking, in the preparation of the new skin basically. And ghee, it is rich in essential fatty acids. As we discussed before, it contains fat soluble vitamins. It acts as an emollient, and it is very soothing to raw skin. It also enhances the absorption of any herbal actives, and it may reduce scarring. Together, this powerful combination offers a gentle, non-toxic and effective healing environment without the use of any harsh chemicals or antibiotics.
Can you believe that?
Clinical experience over 19 years shows some distinct benefits of using honey and ghee as a dressing. It has been found to be bacteriostatic and antimicrobial even in the presence of drug-resistant organisms. It helps in de-sloughing, that is removal of dead or necrotic tissue. It provokes rapid proliferation of healthy granulation tissue. This is of special benefit when you are preparing it for large areas like burns, for skin grafting. It acts as a deodorant. The most foul-smelling wounds have been found to lose their malodor. It has been found to reduce pain, especially in venous ulcers. Those who have it know how painful it can be. These dressings are pain-free. They require no anesthesia or sedation. It is extremely patient-friendly. Patient compliance has never been an issue. Imagine my toddler was happy to have this applied over his face. I know he has even tried to lick it.
But that's that.
This combination of honey and ghee has also been found to have a contractile action. Now, this will actually help with wound healing because you want the edges of the wound that are open to actually contract slowly and come together so that it can close the wound, right? Studies have been found that widely separated wound edges are drawn together and approximated without the need for secondary sutures, thereby leaving a very thin, supple scar. Now, this can be very beneficial, especially in rural areas, in developing countries, and in those areas where access to medical care isn't very easy. But do you know what? Most surgeons are still reluctant to believe this. There have been no adverse reactions seen till date, and the cost? Honey dressing is estimated at 4% of the cost of scientifically accepted industry manufactured products, many of which have had far less stringent and unbiased clinical evaluation than the honey dressing. In fact, reducing or removing the need for antibiotics can further reduce the cost of treatment as well as early healing. Fortunately, both honey and ghee are available in abundance
In most parts of the developing world.
making this treatment easily available and accessible to all. An incidental observation in one of the most popular papers written on this subject, authored by Dr. Udvadia, states, and I quote, "In developing countries, ghee and honey dressing would be expected to be covered with flies and insects. Surprisingly, ghee and honey dressing acts as an insect repellent and no insects were found on these dressings. The bottom line is honey and ghee dressing is safe, affordable, and accessible. But before you run to your pantry, here's what I want you to keep in mind. Always use a sterile technique, clean hands, sterile gauze pieces. Try to choose raw, unprocessed honey. Use homemade or high quality organic ghee without any additives. And remember, this is ideal for minor cuts, abrasions, burns, or post procedural care, but always after you discuss this with your doctor.
Don't use this
If your wound is deep or actively bleeding, if there are signs of systemic infection, and if you're immunocompromised or without medical guidance. Now, I have tried it on infected wounds, but this is not something that I would recommend trying at home. You need to understand I am just explaining this over a video. I cannot actually see when you are performing it. I cannot help you or guide you through this process. Your doctor can. What I'm trying to do is to create awareness and to give you this option that is available that you might not be aware of. We have done all this under a clinical setting, and you cannot do anything that would risk your health at home.
Alright?
So, now let's answer the big question that obviously all of y'all are waiting for. How to use honey and ghee as a dressing. It's very straightforward and simple, but this is how I use it for my dad, for my son, and for all my patients. There is one thing that you need to remember is it has to be individualized. You need to use your common sense when you're dealing with anything. Okay? So if you want to use the honey and ghee dressing at home for minor wounds, then make sure you wash your hands. I've actually even shown the 6 steps of proper hand washing, so make sure you check that is good practice in general. Then gently clean the wound with mild soap and water is absolutely good and fine as well. Then what you do is take a clean bowl and mix honey and ghee unequally. The thing that I want you to take home in your mind from this video is it has to be unequal. Alright? We use the ratio 2:1 as that is what has been documented, that is what has been researched most common. So it is 2 parts honey and 1 part ghee. What I have done is I have also tried using 2 parts ghee and 1 part honey, and to be honest, we did not see a lot of difference. I did notice that if you use the first combination of more honey and a little and 1 part ghee, the healing is a little faster, but I think I am biased, or I think it was because I knew this was the recommended combination, so that could have been playing as a role, but I have not documented it. It was not an objective assessment. What you need to remember is they do not have to be in equal quantities, because according to Ayurveda, they are virud ahar, means them being in equal parts is not good.
Okay?
And once you prepare this mixture, just mix it up well and then apply a thin layer over the wound. You can use your fingers, that's what I used. If you have a clean spatula, you can use that to apply it. And then you can either leave the wound open, which we did in a few cases, or you can cover it if it is a large wound or if it is a little deeper and it needs more care. Then you can actually soak the gauze piece inside the dressing and apply it over it and then just cover it lightly. I managed to apply this dressing once or twice a day for my family members, for my patients. For my son, sometimes we just applied it once a day. But what we have found is application of twice a day is ideal and optimal. But you can apply it as and when you remember. I've had a patient who has applied it 3 to 4 times a day. If I know we need to apply this on a regular basis, or if someone has a wound at home, I just make this bowl and keep it on the kitchen counter. So whoever sees it, remembers, applies it, and continues with his work.
It's that simple. sometimes.
But sometimes you need to take extra care, okay? Don't take anything for granted. In an era of rising antibiotic resistance and overuse of antiseptics, I truly believe this honey-ghee combination can be a game changer, especially for communities with limited access to advanced care. Remember, everything has its own place. The honey and ghee combination has its utility, and I believe it is useful for each and every one of us. But if you need antibiotics, you need to get that timely because they can be life-saving. I practice and recommend an integrative approach, and that is what I want you to keep in mind as well. Nature has always had a way of healing us. Sometimes it's just sitting in our kitchens. Honey and ghee aren't a replacement for modern medicine, but they are beautiful allies, especially when used wisely. It is safe, cost-effective, time-tested, and deeply rooted in our medical history. I don't share anything that I would personally not believe in, would use for myself, my family, or even my patients. This has worked for my dad, my son, myself. I have used it on burns, and hopefully it can help you too. If you found this useful, please give this video a like and let me know your thoughts in the comments. And please don't keep this information to yourself. Share this with someone that you care about. I'm sure this can be useful for everyone at some point of time. I truly believe this can help many. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you continue to get more science meets tradition, skincare and wellness tips. Continue to glow, thrive and shine as always. Take care. I'll see you soon.
But keep your head up, Charlie. We were made for this life, yeah. Wait to see how we rise up. We've been down for too long, waiting for a come up. Better days around the corner. All the pain made us stronger, yeah. We aim for the long run. Keep on surviving.